Well, let's try it again. Good morning. It's now 11:01 a.m. Well, let's try it again. Good morning. Okay. Now I've got an audio check working. Now I've got an audio check working. You didn't hear me the first time. That was the other Doug just getting an audio confirmation there. Oh, so what did I miss? Saturday, February 18th, 2023, 11:01 a.m. now. And today's title, Windows Brainpower Collective on Saturday Live. I have not started up Zoom yet. I will start that in a little bit here. Go pop out chat and say hello to people. I'll maximize that. I'll use Control+ sign to zoom it in to make it bigger. I'll turn on the picture-in-picture there. And drop frames currently at 0. Ken Stout at 10:19 says, wow, I am late and still first. I'll have to listen the first 15 minutes more, then I'll be home. Hello, Greg Guy. Got a cup of coffee. Ken got up around 12:20, still working on first cup of coffee. 4 and choices 4 and 9, Android and 8. Those are Dennis's choices off of the list of topics today. Hello to Parker Morris, Dennis, Al, Neo. There's Ken saying hello to people. B.H. Ringer, Chris Garrett, Ida Rivera, and Jonathan saying hello to some peoples. Jim, KJ3N, be a few minutes late. Jonathan says hello to me. Jeff Ryman, good day. Or good day. Is it good day or is it good day? Brian Lightfoot, there we go. I got fired from my job at a keyboard factory because they wanted me to put in more shifts. Thank you, Brian. ChatGPT says hello. I guess that's what that means. Listening in car, yes, I'm stopped. Black Serendipity, hello to you. Selden Ball, 40 degrees and sunny. People saying hello to each other's. Screen jumping around on me. Some more hellos. Hellos. Rick Lakes, Randy Israel. I might have missed somebody's names. I'm kind of scanning through here. Speedy C, Bobby Warren, Winter Mute, CFWW, Greg M. Topic no 7. So you don't want number set. You're saying no 7. Topic, I say no on 7. I think he means he wants number 7. Good afternoon. Hope I win the lottery. Bobby Warren, is that lottery for the numbers or for the actual lottery? Is it for subjects or for the real lottery? Now, let's see what I want to go to get back. Okay, so here we go and see what those topics were that requested. 7 is the one I saw recently. Wins and losses with ChatGPT, and since Dennis put in 3 choices, 4, 9, and 8. 4, earnings records for YouTube, and exploring my router's diagnostic tools, and can you use Windows Computer for text messaging with iPhone? So there we got 4 of them requested. Well, I think it's go time. Well, before I start up Zoom, the real one, so Bobby means the real lottery. Brian, will there be a stream on President's Day? Sure, I think so. And the Bronc, hello to you. Now, I'm going to put in a URL for another live stream that I have scheduled. Okay, I'll call this backup or standby. Standby is better. Standby live stream in case this one failed. So here's a link. And I will pin that. So if I get upload problems, if my stream crashes, I have this backup stream already configured, ready to go. It's an unlisted live stream currently. If you go click on that, you should be able to see that stream indicating that it will start in 25 minutes from now. I may not wind up using it. That's why it's unlisted video right now. Happy Saturday, stream on Fat Tuesday. Sure, why not? So now I'm going to go over here and start up Zoom. See, I can bring up monitor number 3 and you actually see me starting it. And then if I punch over here, I've got to drag things around. You're seeing a black screen right now. I know that. And I make that switch there. Oh, there is somebody there. There's an Alex Cheek there. Hello, Alex. Let's see. I'm not hearing anything from Alex. Is that because he hasn't spoken yet, or I got some settings wrong?
I had to mute myself on YouTube over there.
Okay.
I'm here. Hello, Doug. Don't you wish you had my upload today?
I wish I had your upload speed today. I tested. I already have done a 2-hour long stream this morning on the Live Windows Training channel. It was an unlisted live stream, so that's why you didn't get notices for it. And it did get around 1,000 dropped packets, dropped frames. But they never lasted very long. So I am guessing we're probably going to be okay. I'm enjoying your scenery background there, Alex. Hello, Chris Garrett.
Hello.
I heard hello, just.
Hello, DougBetts.
Okay. Hello, Chris Garrett. Welcome aboard. Either of you to have a topic to bring up before I continue on?
I don't.
Not that I can think of.
All right. Then I'm going to come back over here to chat, and then we may start going on to the requested topics. I was contemplating bringing up a extra source to display my dropped frames so that you guys can actually see it as we go. But if it's going to stay on 0, then I won't bother with that now because it takes a little while to set that up. Jeff Ryman, number 4, would you like to be a YouTube millionaire? Number 4 was, yeah, you know my memory on this. Oh, my earnings records for YouTube.
I did just get a text. I just got a text message from it's what really from USPS, but it's from a number, and it says, we're having trouble delivering your package to an incorrect address. Please update your address within 24 hours, or your package will be returned to seller. And it gives a link.
Yep. And I had exactly that same text message, and I actually put that into one of my videos. You know it's a scam, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Yeah. So continuing on, the Bronc, I hope I could win $12 million, bragging about the internet speeds again, yawn. That wasn't me. That was Alex, because I don't have anything to brag about.
Well, I actually do have a job update.
Oh, what's up?
I hope turns into something decent. I found a local job for an MSP, working as a help desk person for an MSP that does everything from networking to a computer for small businesses. And after explaining my situation to them and not being able to drive and being disabled and all that, I was talking to the manager there, and it's such a small company that he actually will speak to the owner, and if the owner agrees, he wants to meet with me. He wants to meet with me somewhere and maybe let me have like a job trial, I think is what it's called, so that they can kind of try me out, and kind of so that I can kind of get some experience, because I really don't have any experience right now, other than what I did at college. So hoping that turns into something.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
He's supposed to call me, but I've had these jobs tell me they're going to call me back before, and they never do. So.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, fingers crossed for you. Now, in terms of updates, let me also acknowledge the two sad notes in our community-wide experience with Mike Paradin's recent passing. And so thoughts and prayers and hopes and best wishes to the family and Mimi. And then also Kerry Holzman's loss of Lyle, one of his dogs. He told us about that. Well, I learned about it from his stream yesterday morning. So both sad points, and best wishes and sympathies go out to all the people affected by those two losses. So then coming back to chat room. Yes, Sylvan Ball. Let's see, that's Chit Chat. Ida has 4 of those. I think the scam messages, and yeah, I get them every day. Various scams. I get these emails from Rick. Live indicator keeps flickering. Change to 720 seems okay. I have 0 drop frames, so it looks okay from my side. Selden Ball, I almost feel left out. I haven't got one of them yet, and that would imply to me that your phone number, your text number, your email address isn't out there on the dark web very much. My information's been out there so long. It's on so many dark web lists that it's just crazy. But it's not that big of a problem for me because in the environment that I have with my clients, when I get incoming calls, incoming texts, if I don't recognize who they are, I ignore them. And the calls, I let them go to voicemail. If it is a new potential client, they leave a message. I check on it pretty quickly. Anytime that voicemail is there, even if it's a scam or a junk mail, whatever, the advertising things, and then I wind up calling them back real fast. And I think that is probably more impressive to them than if I actually answer the phone on when it first comes in. I had 3 more emails saying my Facebook account was accessed from Russia. Oh, the other thing I get with Facebook is friend requests from people that I highly doubt are sending me friend requests. Scam emails, flickering again, got an email today, your account will be removed and all devices. Yeah, well, let them do it.
That's the biggest thing I get is scam stuff on Facebook.
Yeah. I totally have no patience for Facebook whatsoever. I have an account there, and sometimes I'll see something come through from a relative or a closer friend, and I'll go look at it. I'm usually disappointed because they're usually just reposting somebody else's content, and I'm just not interested. So
the spam stuff on the phone is one of many reasons why I have a Google Voice number, because Google has really good and just on my Android phone alone, Google has really good spam filtering. So most of the time, if I get spam text messages or spam calls, they don't even ring. It'll just say spam detected or whatever in a notification. It won't even ring.
Yeah. Yeah, my Verizon service has a spam filter too, and so some of the incoming calls are just immediately shuffled off to voicemail. I don't even hear the ring. But they don't catch all of them.
And if it doesn't catch it and it rings through and it's a spam call, my phone's got an option for screen call, so I can hit that. And if it's a robocall or whatever, my robocall will talk to their robocall and it'll automatically hang up.
Oh, all right. Here from Dennis, I got a bogus email from the U.S. government, possibly a false email from the agency that pays my military pension. Selden Ball, my primary email address has been public ever since I got it, associated with my employer, which I'm now retired. I do get lots of computer-related advertisements. All right, so how about we start going off to the requested topics? I remember there was, this one was number 4, and then Dennis's were 4, 9, and 8, and somewhere there was a 7 also, I think it was. Yeah, there's 7 from Jonathan. Let's see who just came into Zoom. Hello, Jim.
I do.
And there's your recent build. Hey, I've got a question for you about that build.
Yes.
Do I remember correctly, and maybe partly deduction, that you don't actually have a person that this computer is destined to go to, that you just wanted to build it?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, I am very pleased to see that you do something just out of curiosity, even
Well,
if there's no business justification to it.
no, there was no reason for me to actually do this build. I wanted to look at the AM5 platform, see what trouble I was going to run into.
Yeah.
It will eventually replace the current editing and streaming rig, which is here,
Mm-hmm.
because this rig is a i5-10400.
All right. So this new one's eventually going to replace that one. So you will put it into use service for yourself.
Oh yeah, I will put it into use, and then
Okay.
I'll find a way to sell off the 10400.
There you go. All right. Shall we take these in order of the listing, the order of request? Let's see, those 4, 7, 8, and 9, I think they were. Is that right? Yeah, nobody's been interested in these two stories. They've been there for a long time. Wins and losses, exploring router diagnostic tools. Can use a computer for text messaging with iPhone. So, earnings records for YouTube. Let me go over to pull that up on another screen over here. YouTube Studio, and bring this up. So I go into the YouTube Studio for my account, and then Analytics, and then Revenue. And this, 10 years down the road, I figure I can come back and look at this video and see, oh, that's where I was after, what's it been, somewhere around 2 years, I think. Estimated revenue, $46.58. I think that's referring to the last 28 days. These peaks here look like they might be something impressive until you realize on the right side, the top line there is a $6 line. So if we go back here, we see that on this date, February 11th, there was $5.96. So that's the last 28 days. But if I come up here and change this to lifetime, that'll show the lifetime of my channel at $1,714.16. And you see these bumps here. And this does show there's a spike here. And there we got a $90 at the top. So if I go look at that particular date, it was $88.64 on October 1st, 2021. And I'm sure that that would be related to super chats that came through, because there were times when when super chat was a popular thing, but now most of the people around here know YouTube takes so much out that when they want to show support for me, most people are doing it. Well, I don't know if most people, but the higher dollar amounts anyway come through on Amazon gift cards. And I haven't figured out a way to quantify that, because it's got to get separated out from the rest of my Amazon activity, but I haven't done a lot on that. So here's some month by months of recent months. And then let's see how you make money. Watch paid advertisements. Okay, so this is out of that $1,700, I suppose, is showing watch paid advertisements, $900 worth. Now, actually there were some really high volume videos in the past that could have produced a lot. Here's fan funding. So this would have been the super chats at $719. And obviously, as you see that I'm reading through these, I did look at these before, but I didn't really have them remembered very well. YouTube Premium. So this would be, I believe, people who pay YouTube, pay YouTube so they don't have to watch the commercials. And somehow they calculate a cut for me based upon watch time. So out of people's YouTube premiums, I've received $95.51, and this is lifetime. If I go change that setting up at the top to the last 28 days, then these numbers will be reflecting last 28 days. And then shorts, feeds, ads, I got 1/10 of 1 penny on that. Well, I haven't done much with the shorts.
I realize I'm talking to a YouTube creator, Doug.
Yeah.
But honestly, from my point of view, from why would anybody pay YouTube just to not have to watch the ads if that's all they're doing it for? If they can just use an ad blocker.
Well, I don't think an ad blocker works when you're actually watching a video and it plays an ad at the beginning of the video. The blockers the blockers do block that?
Oh, yes, they do.
Oh, all right.
I use AdBlock Plus, and it blocks every video, every ad.
So
I watched a movie that said free with ads, and I didn't see any ads in it.
All right. And for all three of you, you are not paying a YouTube premium account or anything else, right? All right. Well, then none of it, the amount of that money coming off of you folks is zero. But you are providing value to me because you're part of the show content. So there. Watch page ads, skippable video ads auction. Okay, those would be when advertisers are paying or purchasing those slots by auction. I don't know how that side of it works.
Sadly, that only applies to the AdBlock Plus thing that I use, only applies to the computer. Any of these AdBlock things only apply to the computer. I run an AdBlock server device with software on my network that blocks stuff at DNS level, but it doesn't. The YouTube ads, the URLs change so much it does not block the YouTube ads, the videos. So the only way I cannot watch YouTube ads is to watch YouTube on my computer.
Well, that brings up another question for me that actually not directly related to what you were talking about there, but is it possible that YouTube thinks you are seeing those ads and that revenue still does comes through even though you're not actually seeing them?
I haven't thought about that, but I could see how that'd be possible.
Yeah, because if it's a browser extension that's just stopping you from seeing the ads, is it possible that YouTube still thinks the ads are playing? Advertisers wouldn't be happy about that, but I don't think the numbers are probably high enough for them to worry about.
Even with this DNS ad blocker thing I have on my network,
yeah.
If I'm watching YouTube on my TV or on my phone or on my tablet, not going through my computer, then I still have to watch.
All right, got it. Now, what I'm really looking forward to, and part of the justification for doing YouTube at all, is what's going to happen to these numbers when I get up into the high levels of subscribers and viewers and watch time. That's what I have my fingers crossed for, and it's fun to do anyway. So whether it works out, it's probably going to be a better time investment or a better investment than my cryptocurrency investments. Hello, Ken Stout. Really? That's all you're going to do is just a wave? You're a content creator yourself, and all you're going to give me is, well, you're giving me your video at least.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Hello, DougBetts.
Oh, look there with enthusiasm.
Asking you shall receive.
I practiced that.
Yeah.
Hello, Alex. Hello, Jim. Hello, Chris.
Hello.
And thank you, Doug, for the compliment that you actually acknowledged me as a YouTube creator. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're a content creator.
Let me go get that check in the mail. I'll be right back.
Well, the term content creator doesn't necessarily mean revenue generator. No, that's not true. That's not true. You are a revenue generator for YouTube, just not an income generator for yourself. Except that you've received some gifts from viewers
Yes,
through other
yes.
methods. So yes, it's still there.
Yep.
Um,
But I just appreciate the fact that somebody, I'm not going to mention names, actually doesn't recognize me as a creator. And I feel honored that I've been recognized as a YouTube. I got to hang up before I cry.
well, if you go into you go ahead and cry and stay offline there for a little bit while I show something else. Is if you go into your studio, your dashboard, and you'll see this thing over here, Creator Insider, that YouTube is sending you messages, content for creators. Why does that look so blurry? Does that look so blurry to everybody else?
Yeah, very blurry. Even at 1080, it's blurry.
Yes.
Oh, I see, because I hit a wrong button on my Stream Deck.
DougBetts hit a wrong button. I cannot believe that.
Inconceivable.
The one called Blur. And then Ken, you also have this up here, Creator Roundup, something to that effect. So YouTube itself is acknowledging you as a creator. So that's got to mean something to you. Where are we at
to
in
the
chat?
studio now.
Let's see. I'm looking here in chat to see what I had highlighted. Did I lose my highlight? Oh, there. Topic number 7. No, I was already past that point. Fat Tuesday, $12 million. 4 of those from Ida. Flickering. U.S. government. Primary email. Here. This one from John Williams. I get COVID-free test strips in my email. Spammer as always. Well, I get COVID-free test kits from U.S. government in my U.S. mail. That's not a spam. It's legit.
My first ever email was a Yahoo email that I created like 10 or 15 years ago, probably now. And I don't even look at that email anymore. It gets so much junk. There ain't no telling how many emails, because I used to sign up for all kinds of all kinds of random different things, and so I don't even bother looking at it. I just, only thing attached to it anymore is my Facebook that I regularly use.
Well, I have a Yahoo email too that I rarely do anything with. Sometimes I'll use that to sign up for something that I don't want to give them my real email address. But and when I set it up, I never intended to do anything with it. So I'm going to bring that up on screen right now and show that how much mail is coming on it. So there's one from Thursday, 2 from Tuesday, 1 from Monday. So actually not as bad as I would have thought it would be. And here's several from January. But I haven't been putting that email address out there. I get more junk mail on my primary email address it is out there way too much. And that's the one I tell you guys don't use, because you don't use it because I won't notice your email there. So yeah, but that's what happened to that email address just by virtue of having created it and use it occasionally for minor purposes. All right, let's come back to chat. Ken says, thanks for the chit chat. Dennis, just info. Jim's Ryzen 7 7700X has 2 GPU cores. My Ryzen 5 5600G has 7 GPU cores. 2. Oh, he's saying his has more GPU cores than yours does, Jim, right?
Well, yeah, that's to be expected.
Oh, all right. Is his higher level than yours, or how does that work out?
No, 5600G, 7 GPU cores, which is also where they get the Vega 7 graphics thing from. The 7700X is designed to, it's very much designed like Intel. Intel's internal GPUs are basically crap.
Yeah. All right.
the ones that are in the 7000 series are basically crap. They're expecting you to put a dedicated GPU in the system.
Okay, so they're not expecting you to really expect graphic performance out of it, whereas the one Dennis has, maybe yes?
Yes.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Yeah. For a basic example, if I were to run Heaven Benchmark on a 5600G, it
Yeah.
would probably get somewhere between, I want to say 25 to 40 FPS. I've run Heaven Benchmark on the 7700. It struggles to get above 15.
Nah, all right.
So it's the chips are designed that you put a dedicated graphics card into the system.
Okay, got it. Understood. Rick Lakes, I've never figured out Amazon gift cards. Well, that's enough of a trigger for me to go show it because it's not that big
I
of a
was just
deal.
going to say I don't understand how that could be.
Well, he just hasn't gone to try. All right, so here I just went to Amazon and then search. I guess there's a variety of ways that you could search it. Gift cards, and
It's
here's
actually on the main menu, believe it or not.
oh yeah, that's right. I heard somebody say that. Like up here somewhere. Is that what you mean by the main menu?
Yeah, right
Amazon.
up, right underneath the search bar.
Underneath
It should
the
be there.
search. Yeah, I don't see it on any of those pinned
Well,
items.
since you're already there, it probably took it away. But if you go back to
maybe
Chrome,
go back to let's see, my Kerry Holzman Amazon link. Go there. Here, find a gift. That doesn't really sound like it. I'm going to this with Kerry Holzman's link. You can see his name up here. That's how I always go to Amazon. That way, if I buy anything, he gets a small commission out of it. So I'm not actually seeing it, but you're seeing it, saying that you see it up there. Now, if I actually go to a new page and do Amazon.com, if I can spell it right, I don't want find a locker. So now Amazon.com and see if it is there. No. Could it be that you have used that before and it puts favorites up here based upon what you've used before?
If you'll allow me to share my screen for a second.
Sure. Let me get, let's see, I got to do a couple things to make that happen. I'm going to turn on screen share and I'm going to have to trigger something to be able to get that shared to the audience. Yeah, you go ahead and do your share and then I'll try to bring it up on screen. Because my normal Zoom button, I don't think will bring that up, but I'll try it here. See if that brings, nope, that just gets a black screen. And then I'm going to have to go fix it back the other way. So let me do this way. You're going to see a black screen for a little bit. Then how about this? Nope, that's not it. If I go to the shared video port, video frame windows. Okay, there we got it. Well, that was easier than I expected it to be.
Well, if you'll notice,
yeah, gift cards. Right.
It says this. So I've never really had any trouble finding it, number one. So if we go to there, and then we just go to e-gift cards, which is there, that's it. You want to put a design on it, you want to put whatever amount, if it's a custom amount, and give it the email address you want to send it to, and have a nice day.
2016@gmail.com.
So, I mean, it's pretty straightforward in my opinion.
Yeah,
it's pretty easy.
Yeah, it is. Now that screen right there looks like there's a lot of clutter to it, but you just pick an amount or type in an amount and put in the email address and send it. So you don't need any special information from the person you're sending it to. You just need an email address that works for them. It does not have to be the email address that's associated with their Amazon account. Because when they receive it, they just click on the link and it goes to whatever Amazon account that they're signed in with. And
Doug, I recently had an issue where I sent out a bunch of gift cards. 3 people never got them. One person that went to their trash. And when I contacted Amazon, and I did verify emails before contacting Amazon. They said, no, it went to the right place. And since I knew that they didn't get them, they just canceled them for me. So the customer service was great.
Oh, cool.
But I don't understand how having the right email, they didn't even get them. That's confusing.
Yeah, that is odd. Okay, now Jim has turned off the screen share, so I'll go reset the Zoom meeting. You got a blank screen right now. So I've got to switch to a different screen. Then I can switch back to Zoom meeting, and that brings everybody up. All right. Thank you, Jim, for giving that little tutorial.
Yeah, I'm surprised it doesn't show up on yours, though. That's weird.
Well, my guess is that okay, let me look at these things. Amazon Basics, customer service. I'm thinking, are these things that I use? No. Pet supplies? No. Amazon outlet? No. So no, I don't know how they
Interesting.
Notice he skipped right
that.
over beauty and personal care and didn't say one way or the other.
Well, actually, I get a hand lotion, so I do that.
Are we expecting a new channel? DougBetts gives beauty tips?
No, I leave that to the makeup artist that works on me before the show starts.
Good answer. Yeah, I checked mine. It's not showing up on mine either, but I've got some weird ones in here.
Yeah. I remember when somebody else was talking about it, maybe on Carrie's show, somebody asking about it, and somebody said it's on the top, and I thought, I got to go check on that, but no, it's not for me. So what I do, I guess since Jim showed how to do it, if it's showing there, is just type gift cards in the search, and then here's gift cards Amazon. That'll work. I think most of these are probably going to get you to the same place, aren't they?
It should.
Amazon gift card balance reload. So I guess that's a way that you could reload a card over and over for somebody else.
Yeah, if you have the physical card.
Oh, okay.
What it'll probably ask you for is the number of that physical card to reload it.
Yeah. So you'd be wanting to do this e-gift card,
Right.
And I think in most cases you could choose a design which is kind of irrelevant. You could click on standard, animated, and so on, but all that's kind of just fluff. And choose the amount that you want to send. And sending it by text messages, I don't think that's a good idea. I think it's easier for a person to receive it by email. So put in the email address for each recipient. So I guess you could be sending multiple cards in one purchase to different people. You can type in a message and type in whatever name you want them to recognize you by. In the case of a YouTube participant, you might want to be putting in your YouTube channel name so the recipient recognizes who you are, and you could put in a delivery date for immediate or later. So I guess this, how about we get on to the next place? So if I go, well, let's see, what was that address, Ken Stout? K Stout?
Yeah, 2016. You know my address.
I don't know your email address by memory. Why would I know that?
2016 at Gmail.
2016 at gmail.com. You can add up to 999 email addresses. So, in the case of rich people, Douglas E. Betts, he's not gonna recognize who Douglas E. Betts is. So I'm gonna say, no, I know one of the Dougs.
Real quick, I want to interject. I did not use the multiple. I did it individually when I did it. I don't know that I trust doing it in multiples.
Oh, putting in multiple addresses separated by a comma or a space, it says.
Right.
Hope you enjoy this Amazon gift card, quantity 1, delivery date now. That's the $25, or you could enter an amount. Let's see. Did that, okay, when I clicked around there, did it change anything? No. One of the Dougs, quantity, delivery date now, and then you would have to add that to the cart.
Right.
And then, oh, see, that's going to cost me $2,200.
Ouch.
Yeah. So I got to go to the cart.
Thanks, Doug.
I got
to
to
do my new build.
I got a whole bunch of stuff sitting in my cart. So I'm going to click on deselect all items. So then I'll select the one single item and then proceed to checkout. And silly goose. Be quiet, be quiet. All you smart people, be quiet. And then you would click, oh, let's do this. I can do this. I can do this. Let me do this because I got to practice pulling up the split mode quickly so I can change to split mode when I need to. So I'm telling XSplit that I want to use split mode. Really? You got to tell XSplit you want split mode? Well, yeah, because it's a little bit slower. So then I punch this button to say that I want to use a blur. And then, I could just give you the whole blur thing because then I can just describe what's going on. But this is all about practice. So let's do the practice. I'll change the size of this blur that way and then push live. So now you're seeing that with this right-hand side not blurred. And then I click place order. And then take that off screen again because I don't know what's going to next. Oops, but then I didn't do that quite right. And I can come back here and it says order placed, confirmation will be sent to your email within 5 minutes, estimated delivery. Oops, I don't have that live either because I'm still in split mode and I don't have that as a habit right now. So that's done. That's the whole turnaround. That's the whole thing done. Oops, wait a minute. Did I just spend $25?
I'll tell you in a minute or 5 minutes, whatever it was.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, Josh is here. Hello, Josh.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
All right, now let's come back here. So there you've got, whoever was asking that, you got the full demonstration for Rick Lakes. Zen asks, can you add me on Fortnite now? No, I can't launch Fortnite right now. That'll mess things up for sure. And Zen, I'd highly prefer that you do that during the Fortnite live stream. And you're going to have to tell me what your Fortnite name is. You haven't done that here. Rick Lake says, yes, it works, Doug. Rick is not paying the premium YouTube. Greg M, YouTube shows should not be treated as a revenue stream. They are meant to get new users and to form marketing relationships, at least according to YouTube. YouTube shows. I was thinking that a different application of the word show. YouTube videos should not be treated as a revenue stream. They are meant to get new users and to form marketing relationships, at least according to YouTube. Okay, interesting. There are certainly people who make their living off of YouTube revenue. But then they add a lot of times they add other revenue streams by virtue of their YouTube presence. Lawn Dog, Doug, it's my understanding that another characteristic that YouTube monitors is chat participation. How many people actually participate in a channel is heavily weighed by the YouTube algorithm. I believe that's true and documented, but I don't think that actually affects the revenue that a YouTube creator will be getting. My understanding is the revenue calculation is based on view minutes, not the number of views, but the amount of view time on a particular video, and then the dollars per thousand for different types of channels. I think that's just also a category of how revenue is distributed. So like the revenue that typically goes to a tech channel is higher than revenue that typically goes to a what? Underwater basket weaving channel, because whatever, I couldn't think of something more.
Underwater basket weaving.
Yeah. The people who are watching tech channels are spending more money through the web than some other types of channels. Brian Lightfoot, as long as you're being transparent about YouTube earnings, just out of curiosity, does YouTube 1099 you for taxes? Yes, they do. And that is, I just filed that away recently. I actually think I could recover that pretty quickly and tell you what's on that for 2022. And if somebody asks that in chat, I'll step out of the room and go get it. I'm okay being transparent about it. And I would like to think I would be willing to be transparent about it after the channel grows and has more substantial income. Let's see, chat. Things are kind of going well. I keep goofing off instead of preparing, but I'm slowly working the issue. That's probably chit chat that I'm not current with. I tell people that I'm a content creator. They get confused when I tell them, yeah, that's not a term people are going to recognize. I have people I tell them that I do YouTube videos and they got this glassy-eyed look. What does that mean? You have a blur filter on. That was a while back. In case you're watching, Boone, I have spent your Amazon gift card. Oh, Boone gave Dennis an Amazon gift card. Just got home from church. Have a church emergency. Oh, Josh.
That
okay.
was for me.
Yeah. Well, I think that sounds like something probably to leave private. I won't ask you about it. Brian Lightfoot, Amazon gift cards does not appear in the top menu on mine. Dennis, click on Hello Douglas gift cards are on the page that comes up. Okay, let's go have a look at that. I'll do fresh going to this page. Hello Douglas over here. And I probably should be screening that, huh? I think that looks okay. Amazon credit cards. Oh, actually, there's some client names showing up there. So no, I'm not going to put that on. Recommendation of wattlers. Comment, subscribe and save. Manager Prime. Amazon credit cards is there. Nope, I don't have gift cards showing up on that Hello Douglas list. So again, that might be populated differently for Dennis than it is for me.
I also tried it on Firefox and I don't have it. I tried it on Microsoft Edge and I don't have it. Somebody had mentioned that it shows up on Edge.
All right. Well, again, back to a comment I made a couple days ago, your mileage may vary. Just because you see something happen in a certain way for you doesn't mean that's the way for everybody else or even for you in every other scenario.
The mileage may vary. Often not good in all 50 states.
All right. Went to mute. No gift card link for me. I have seen them there. I have seen them before or sent. Oh, I have sent them before. He doesn't have the link, and I have sent them before too. Gift cards tab shows on mine for BH Ringer. Trying to find gift cards on mine. I have gift cards on my Amazon homepage. It shows on the Edge browser, not Chrome. I mean, YouTube Shorts, not shows. Oh, okay. That's what Greg was saying about YouTube saying it should not be thought of as a revenue stream, but a way to attract people to your show. Let's see. Greg M. Sure. Yeah, YouTube shows should not be treated as a revenue stream. So he's saying he meant shorts is what YouTube is saying about that. Hello, everyone in chat from Boss. Hello to you. Dennis, Zen is key container. Ha, that sounds so familiar, like I already have him added. I'm going to take a look at the play queue. Let's see. Yeah, I'll show this on Fortnite. I can show it here. Control F. key container. Oh, now I have a block for key container because it misbehaved at one point in time. Now, it's possible that that was a hijacked account temporarily, and that was also as a Marcelino name, a variation on Marcelino. I was very highly suspect that that was a hijack situation or a pretending to be somebody else situation. So Zen, I'm going back to talk to us on the YouTube channel during the Fortnite stream. Hello, Doug, and all in chat. Chilly 43 degrees here in southern Maryland from Greg Guy. Dennis, just click on it. How did you click on it or hover? Shows both FF and Edge for me. How did you click on it or hover? I'm not sure. Dennis, just click on it. I did click on it, but I didn't show it. I did click on that and I looked through it and I didn't show it. What he's referring to there is the that Amazon drop down over here where it says hello Douglas. I did click on it and I'm trying not to show it because there is some private data there. So, and now, but I'm hovering on it, so I will actually click on it. Okay, that did take, oh, there we go. There we go. That is different when I actually click on it. When I actually click on it, it takes me to this panel, and here's gift cards. So for those who are trying to check for a similar operation, go up to where it says hello and your name up there at the top. I'm not going to float over it because I'm trying to be better. So you actually click on it and took me to this page where then there's gift cards. View, balance, redeem, or reload cards. Now that sounds a little bit different. I'm going to make sure that that actually goes to play. No. Oh. This shows gift cards that have come in. And this is something that I was saying that I didn't see a way to find that. Let me look over this a little bit, and if it's okay, then I'll show it. Gift cards, claim. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Go to another page. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go back through that sequence. But this isn't a good place for actually purchasing a gift card to send to somebody. So when I'm looking at the other choices there to see if there's another option. So when I click on gift cards here, it shows my gift card activity. This isn't for sending a gift card to somebody. Here's purchase a gift card. That would do it. But this shows my activity. So these are my usage of gift cards when I've purchased things utilizing those gift cards. And then here's an incoming gift card. There's one at $215.62 and other expenditures on gift cards. And then here's another one coming in at $50 and a $50 and a $25. These aren't showing me who they were from, and these are, you see the time period there. I'm going to take that off screen for a moment and go see what it tells me about those. Oh, I can't click into them. Yeah, so here if I want to find out who did that come from, it's not clickable. So I think the way that I could find it is to Control-C copy that and then go to my email and search in my email for that dollar amount. And does that show the gift card coming in? It does not. It shows me 3 emails that I'm not going to put on screen because there's some private content there. But it shows product coming to me, shipping to me, and a couple of returns that are showing that number for some reason. So that didn't give me a listing of the gift cards received and who they came from. I could probably search my email for that. Okay, then coming through, Wintermute doesn't show in Hover for me, but it shows when clicked. And there's a purchase a gift card click link there. Rick Lates found it. I have the page bookmarked, so I don't have to go searching for it again. Good choice. Good choice. Well, there were some other topic requests. Well, let's go back and look at those. Let's find where that is. All right, so we've done topic number 4, and this is unless there's some other specific questions, but I think I've said everything or shown things that are relevant there. There were also some PayPal contributions that came through from the community, and of course, thank you for contributions wherever they came from. That maybe is a little more showable, but I'm not going to go research that during this live stream. So then next, wins and losses with ChatGPT. If I'm taking these in numerical order, and that one's fairly easy to show. Let's see, I'm going to take that off screen for a moment and get this up.
Is that going to be 5th grader 1, ChatGPT 0?
No, there were some other losses for ChatGPT, but there weren't other wins for 5th graders. Sports cars, 1960, 1970. I went in to try to see if I could come up with my neighbor has a British right-hand drive sports car, and I was trying to figure out what it was. Well, it didn't show it there, but that one's not a big deal. Not worth talking about. Then text messages on Windows. Let me see. Oh yeah, this one was interesting. This was actually an email that came from Josh. So Josh, here's your topic, because this is part of it. Are you with me here, Josh? And back to Zoom to see if you're paying attention. Yeah, you're muted now, Josh, so I didn't hear what you just said, but it looks like you're listening or watching, I think. Are you with us, Josh? Give me a thumbs up if you're hearing me.
I'm here.
There's a thumbs up. He is here. All right, because this is a response to an email question from Josh, and that's why I went looking at this. And this is a big loss for ChatGPT. All of the critics and skeptics about ChatGPT, you can put this as a feather in your cap on that side. So I said, is there a way for me to send and receive text messages on my Windows computer? And ChatGPT responds, yes, there are a few ways to send and receive text messages on your Windows computer. Now, I'm not going to read through all of this because it's kind of long. But it says, use your phone app. If you have an Android phone, but now wait a minute, didn't I say, oh no, I didn't, this was Windows computer. So this one's giving out response about if you have an Android phone. Well, I don't. And Josh was asking about an iPhone. Use a third-party app, number of third-party apps, and then use a messaging service. So I'm not going to go into the details about those because I haven't specified iPhone yet. So then I respond, how can I do that with an iPhone? Now, this is one of the things I do like about ChatGPT is different than a Google search. On a Google search, every time you type in a search, it's a completely new search, not related to your conversation that's going on. How can I do that with an iPhone? If you have an iPhone, you can use the built-in continuity feature to send and receive text messages on your Windows computer. Here's how to set it up. Well, when I saw this, I thought, oh, wow, cool. I didn't know about this. On your iPhone, go to Settings, Messages, Text Message Forwarding. Turn on the toggle for your Windows computer. Your iPhone will display a code after you've entered the code. Now, I haven't read those full sentences. Don't bother. Right? Why am I saying don't bother reading the rest of that? Does that give you a clue? Another way to send and receive text messages on your Windows computer with an iPhone is to use a third-party app. There's several apps to connect with your iPhone. I'm thinking, oh, cool, there's actually multiple ways to do this. You could use Pushbullet. You could use AirDroid. You could use this app called Join. So I went and tried these steps on the iPhone, settings, messages, and so forth, and I responded to ChatGPT. I don't see a text message forwarding at the location you described. ChatGPT replies, I apologize for the confusion. The text message forwarding option is only available if you have an iPad or a Mac set up with the same Apple ID as your iPhone. If you don't have an iPad or a Mac, or if they are not set up with the same Apple ID, you won't see the text message forwarding option. Well, didn't we start out with asking for a Windows computer up here, right? My Windows computer. So now that one doesn't apply to me. So the idea that these messages are related to the previous conversation, that doesn't mean that ChatGPT is always taking the full context of your conversation. So that's disappointing. If you don't have an iPad or Mac, yada, yada. I'm not going to read through all that. But then down here again, ChatGPT is nothing if it's not courteous. Again, I apologize for any confusion my previous response may have caused. I hope this information is helpful. Oh, by the way, I do need to point out, if you don't have an iPad or Mac, or if they're not set up with an Apple ID, you can still use a third-party app to send and receive text messages on your Windows computer. As I mentioned earlier, some popular options include Pushbullet, AirDroid, and Join. You'll need to download the app on both your iPhone and your Windows computer and follow the instructions to set it up. So this one called Join, I said, how do I find Join? This app called Join, so I put it in quotes. ChatGPT, you can find and download the Join app from the Apple App Store on your iPhone. Here's how. Open the App Store on your iPhone, tap Search. In the search bar, Join by Joa Apps. I'm not going to read through all that. I responded to ChatGPT, I don't find Join by Joa Apps in the Apple App Store. Are you sure this is not an Android-only app? ChatGPT responds to that. I apologize for the confusion. You're right, human intelligence.
Yeah.
You're right. Let's see, organic intelligence.
Oh my God.
Join by the Joa Apps is actually an Android app that is not available on the Apple App Store. I'm sorry for my mistake. I am, after all, only an artificial intelligence. I'm not organic like you are. Bow down and worship the organics. If you have an iPhone, you can use other apps such as Pushbullet or AirDroid to send. Okay, so still, trying to say it's okay. Again, I apologize for the error in my previous response. If you have any further questions, please feel free to ask. So then I ask, are you sure that Pushbullet is not an Android-only app? Now, by the way, I did not go look for it. I just said, are you sure Pushbullet is not Android? ChatGPT, I apologize for the confusion. Pushbullet is available on both Android and iOS platforms. You can download the Pushbullet app from the App Store on your iPhone by following these steps. So it gives me these steps. I respond, I don't find Pushbullet in the Apple App Store. Are you sure? This is not an Android-only app. This is my second time asking that. ChatGPT, I apologize for the confusion. You're right. Organic intelligence. Pushbullet is no longer available on the Apple App Store. I'm sorry for my mistake. However, there's still some other apps on the App Store you can send and receive. And that's going to go to AirText. Once you've set up AirText on your devices, you should be able to send and receive. This one does work, but it's not through text messages on your phone number. You're going to a completely separate text messaging service. So anybody that you want to exchange text messages with, they're going to have to get on that service as well. And this primarily seems to be related to air travel. If you want to be able to do text messaging while you're traveling in air, this service would be a way to do it, but it's not associated with your cell phone number as far as I can tell. So, That was a big loss for ChatGPT. Now here's a winning one for ChatGPT. Think tank synonyms. I get bored really easily with using the same name for the Saturday show, because I've used some various different names in this part of the Saturday show name. Think tank, mind hive, something I did.
Hive mind.
Hive mind, that's right. And there was another one. I wanted to come up with something else. So I said, give me another phrase similar in meaning to these: brain trust, think tank, hive mind. And it gave me all of these. And the one I used today, I think, was kind of a mixing up of a couple of those words. Right. So that was a brainstorming utilization. Oh, then I was having trouble with QuickBooks Online trying to change the default text, the default email message that would go out when I send an email invoice to my clients. And I was pretty sure I had the right procedure, but it wasn't working because there was a problem on QuickBooks Online side. So I asked, how do I change the default content in invoice emails in QuickBooks Online? And it gave me the correct instructions. And I do like this about ChatGPT, is it'll give me a step-by-step answer without extra fluff, without any advertising. In this case, it was correct, but I was just having trouble because QuickBooks Online has been really behaving badly recently. But then it finally worked, and I did validate these are the right steps. Oh, then somebody, I think it was on Carrie's stream, or was it? I don't remember where it was. You guys might remember. Somebody was coming out with this joke about 2 + 2 and 4 and the elephant joke. And I still don't get that joke. And so I was asking ChatGPT to explain this joke to me. And it thinks that it did explain it. The joke is a play on the question, what is 2 + 2? The answer is typically 4, but in this case, the answer is given as 4, 2 in the front and 2 in the back. This is a play on words because the answer sounds like it's going to be a mathematical response, but instead it's a joke about the arrangement of the digits in the number of 4. The number 2 in the front refers to 2 vertical lines in the number 2, which I don't see 2 vertical lines in the number 2, which are in the front of the number 4, and 2 in the back refers to the 2 rounded parts of the number 2. This is totally over my head. I don't get it at all. Well, I think I've probably pursued that far enough and beating a dead horse if I keep going through it. It's hit and miss, clearly. But I am liking ChatGPT for certain limited functions, but you have to be an organic intelligence to evaluate whether it's giving you a useful response or not. All right. Is that enough of a discussion on ChatGPT? Ready to move on?
I would say yes.
All right. Bookmark, let's see. Now topic number 9, specifically, can you send a text to Android device from your PC? Yeah, so I just did cover that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I covered that because it was part of the ChatGPT conversation. Yeah, Dennis says, ChatGPT answered my Android question. Yes. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you can do it with an Android device. Dennis, tell the audience that the NYT reporter had a 2-hour convo with ChatGPT. It's 100% published to the paper. Yeah, that one about I heard that report about the conversation got really weird, psychotic. It's 100% published to the paper, so the whole conversation is published. I'm just curious, did the reporter draw ChatGPT down that weird path? I'm not interested enough to go read that 2-hour conversation. Randy Israel, as an AI, I find your faith in technology amusing. WhatsApp comes to mind. It works on iPhone and Windows. It's not iPhone native messaging, but it works. Brian Lightfoot, I apologize for the confusion. You didn't want anchovies on your pizza. Randy Israel, the digit 2 in a classic calculator has 4 vertical lines. All right, if I bring up calc on Windows, yeah, the digit 2, no, not on this one. The digit 2 in a classic calculator font has 2 vertical lines. I think the 2 vertical lines in front of the 2 were the quote marks. I don't even want to try to understand that joke any further. That New York Times article probably pay to read anyway. The old calculators from the 70s and 90s. Let's see. What if I say this? If I go to a new chat, show me the quote, paste, quote.
Show me the money.
Here's an image of a classic calculator font displaying the digit 2. Wow. Does anybody see the digit 2 in that display?
No, let me go see.
Looks like a domino to me.
I don't even remotely see it too.
Here's an image of a classic calculator font displaying the digit 2, which has 2 vertical lines. Okay, so is this rectangle the button, and these 2 vertical lines is the expression of 2?
Possibly.
Change your question to the digit 3 and see if it puts 3 vertical lines in there.
Oh, all right. So I'll just copy that, Control C, paste, and change the 2 to a 3. No, actually, in classic, I'm going to get rid of that part. Show me the digit 3 in classic calculator font. That was an organic intelligence coming up with that idea. Wow. That's even more difficult.
What the?
Broken calculator.
Wow. I do not see that. Okay, how does Google handle this? Let's see. So I'm just pasting that, see what it comes up with. That looks like the regular number 2 to me. That looks like a regular number 2. I'm not seeing it. I'm thinking that joke, is it? No, it's not on video comments. Yeah, I don't remember where it came up. Old calculators from the 70s and 80s. I can see a Coke can. I apologize for the confusion. I see the digit 0 or a 1 in a circle. Look at the LCD screen.
Say that again.
Shut up. All right. I don't know what woke her up. Look at the LCD screen, not the... okay. The LCD screen of those of those search results. Up here. Oh, there it is. Oh, well, the 1 has 2. Okay, the two, oh, there. The two has two vertical lines and 3 horizontal lines. How does that relate to that joke?
No idea.
Let's see. Here's. Explain this joke. Well, I did. Oh, here's the whole joke. The joke was, how many elephants can you get in a mini car? The answer is 4. 2 in the front and 2 in the back. That was the actual joke. I was trying to get it to explain to me. So then when I gave, because up here I only gave it the punchline. I didn't mean to do that. So when I gave it the joke and the punchline, this joke is variation on the classic joke format where the answer is a play on words. In this joke, the joke is about fitting elephants into a mini car, which is an absurd concept since elephants are much too large to fit inside a car, let alone a mini car. The question asks, how many elephants can you fit in a mini car? The answer is 4, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. This is a pun on the previous joke about the number 2 and how it is shaped like parts of the number 4. In this case, the joke is suggesting that 4 elephants are the numbers 2 arranged in the front and back of the car. The joke is meant to be silly and unexpected. The absurdity of trying to fit elephants in the car is part of what makes it funny. I totally don't get it. I don't think anyone else is either.
No.
This would be so much easier with a 5th grader from Rand. Yeah, so then the digit 4 has 5 lines to it. The digit 2 has 5 lines to it. The digit 4 has 4 lines to it. 2 in the front and 2 in the back. If you want to say that the arm on the front of it is 2 and the line on the back is 2, I'm just going to go, oh man. There's been much better our jokes around here. AIs have no sense of humor. Neither does this organic intelligence. If that joke was supposed to be fun, if it was actually funny, no. Okay, somebody's going to understand Wintermute's comment as a joke, I'll bet. 531-8008. Ken, you're the one that's good with
I have no idea. I think you got to read it backwards or flip it over, like Rand said. I think it's one of the, I'm trying to flip it over in my mind and I'm having issues with that. I don't have a calculator.
Do you have to flip it over as a digital calculator to understand it?
Yeah, I think it spells out a word is what I would guess. Like, I believe that's what Rand is saying too. Hold on, let me grab a calculator.
Well, I'm thinking the 5 might appear as a 2. The 3 might appear as an E.
5, 3, 1.
1 might appear as a I.
Or an L.
L. L, yeah. 8. What letter looks like an 8?
That's what I thought it was boo, but I can't figure out the 1, 3, 5.
Oh.
I mean, I made that stretch with the 8 to the 8 and got that. That was relatively easy, but I'm still lost on the 1, 3, 1.
IES. It's an I. The 1 is an I. The 3 is an E. And the 5 is an S. All right, that makes sense.
So that would be the plural of the word boob.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, in the cutesy term.
Got my new opening and closing for the show tonight now.
All right. And you recognize that I have not pronounced the word.
Oh, I know what that was. You were trying to get me to say the word. Not gonna.
There you go. Yeah. And Wintermute, LOL. Oh, what about topics? Let's see. So XSplit says I've been going for an hour, 20 minutes. Is that accurate? Yeah, it is.
Pretty close.
In recent weeks, it's been drastically wrong. It's terrible when you have to explain a joke to somebody. Yeah, well, that's my life as a Doug. So many times I don't get it. Okay. And I also don't remember jokes well, but I've told you that before. All right. Back to this list. Wins and losses for ChatGPT. And we've done number 9. You can use a computer for text messaging with iPhone. No. Unless it's an Apple. Exploring my router's diagnostic
Well, I
tools.
have an Apple phone.
And you have an Apple phone, but you don't have an Apple computer.
Right.
I meant to say Apple computer. If I said that wrong, it's because I'm starting to fade. I don't have a high energy level today, if you haven't noticed. And this exploring...
What is Scrambled Accounting Puzzle?
Yeah, Scrambled Accounting, that's a quick enough one to describe. That's a Tech Tales, so a project I'm working on for a client, and it just gives you a little bit more about the type kind of odd things that I get involved in with my clients. I do have some business accounting background and extensive QuickBooks background. I've done some really massively significant things with QuickBooks, but that's enough of that. This one's not quite such a big deal, but what it is an attorney's office where they've come to realize that they have an old trust account, bank account, that still has funds in it that are from really old cases, that they want to move all of that into their current trust account because the company has changed names in the past and they left some cases active in that old trust account. And now we want to move that money over. Well, the records for that old trust account were managed by a bookkeeper that was 3 or 4 bookkeepers ago. I was with the company back then because they're probably a 28-year-long client of mine. So I was with the company back then, but I wasn't involved in setting up that system, and they were using Quicken Home and Business for managing a trust bank account. Not a good place to be. And so now we want to move that into the current trust account, and the records are not very good. So I'm helping them sort through that and weed through that by using reporting techniques within Quicken to figure out what the story is back there. So we've got 30 cases, maybe 40 cases that are still in there with varying dollar amounts. So what I did is I developed a report that shows all of those, and they're not using accounting codes. The way that they track them there was to put in I'll describe it as a flag. It's just an extra field that Quicken gives you for flagging certain transactions. That's how they flag them as belonging to particular cases. So I did a report that will produce all of those and sort them in descending order by dollar value. So we're starting with the highest dollar value. So what I've done is I've taken 3 cases at a time and given them a breakdown of those. They go research those cases, provide the results back to me to how the money should be distributed, and then I mark or put in my records how we're going to distribute that money. Once we get all of those completed, 3 cases at a time, then we'll do one transaction from the old trust account to the new trust account, documenting how all that money needs to be partitioned. So this is something the kind of thing that I might get involved in as an IT support technician that a lot of IT techs won't do. There's a lot of things that I get involved in that are outside of the normal realm of IT. So that's why I put that on that list, just to give you a little more understanding of the nature of the way I do my business. which is not something that any IT tech should be expecting to do. So that's it for that. So I can take that one off. And yeah, the router diagnostic tools, I don't want to go into that today. That's going to take longer. Was that Ken that asked for the accounting puzzle
Yes.
story? Yeah. All right, I'm going to come back and see where we're at in the chat. Now, we might be winding this down earlier, less than the usual 2+ hours. Oh, then 7107342 upside down apparently, or backwards, whatever it is, comes out to Shell Oil. So the 2 becomes a S, the 4 becomes an H, the 3 becomes an E, the 7s are L's, the 0 is an O, the 1 is an I, the 7 is an L. I guess that's what people did back in the days of those calculators. You could punch in that number and have somebody on the other side of the desk read the word. Oh, and Ken's got another one. So the 4 is an H. The E is a, the 3 is an E. And then I recognize that the 2 7s will be L's, and I was about to stop reading it, but then I go, there's another letter, O, so it's hello. I'm getting Breaking Bad flashbacks regarding Quicken. All right. Wintermute wants subject number 14. No, that's Ken. Ken to Wintermute. Subject number 14. There is no 14, so I guess that means we're ready to put this all to bed.
Oh, then it's time for shameless plug time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely,
you're
Jim.
right.
We need to go give a plug for your...
And
It's already taken care of.
Oh, you've put it in? All right. Well, let's...
yes, thank you, Wintermute. I was saying hi to Doug, and he's thinking I'm saying subject 14. But considering there's only, 10 subjects, I don't think we have a subject 14. But he's tired. We understand.
Yeah. You know what? I didn't even attempt to translate that to Ken speak, did I?
Nope.
It's not my speak, it's calculator speak.
Yeah, but since you've put so much effort into it today, I'm going to refer to it as Ken speak from here on out. But let's go a little bit further with the plug for Jim's video. Was this from the live stream? Yes, it was. So this is the live stream of building that very colorful computer. And one part of it, somebody was asking you, I think it was Tim Sowell was asking you about the RGB. And I had a different interpretation of what I think he was seeing. I think he was seeing the colors of the motherboard through the vent or the openings in the case, and rather than RGB, rather than any lights, because he wound up having the impression that it was reflections from the fan. I don't know where that was.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
I remember the comment, but yeah, I don't remember where
That was
in the video.
that was last night on my stream, and then after the stream, Brian Lightfoot wants you to fast forward to the part of the wrong cable.
There was a part in there
All
with
those
the wrong
in favor,
cable.
I
Okay, so if I go to the 3-dot menu and show transcript and then search for the word wrong, if somebody put that into chat, maybe actually
wrong
DB drive
cable is what you're looking for.
Wrong cable. How about if I search for wrong? Now that's only going to work if somebody. Well, that's in the transcript. Okay.
Yes.
Second, I bet you bet that I've got the wrong cable. I've got 2 cables. Hang on. At least I think I might hang on. Had the wrong cable, guys. So we'll click on the early part of that. 142. Let's go up here. And then see, is this going to play through?
I don't hear any audio yet.
No.
Let's try some. Oh, wait a minute. I've got 2 cables here. Hang on a second. I'll.
I think,
winter mute.
and that's it right there. That's me going, I'm an idiot.
Yep.
yeah, I think they're hearing it over my stream on YouTube,
Okay.
but you guys might not hear it on Zoom.
Okay.
So
hang on. I want to see. Let me mute my mic.
yeah, if you mute the microphone on your side, then you could turn on the audio through the YouTube and hear it. Let's see, was that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to
hear
echo
it.
through my. Okay, so here I'm going to play it.
But I bet you, I bet you that I've got the wrong cable. At least I think I might. Hang on, I might have had the wrong cable, guys. Hang on. There's two cables coming
Yes,
off the
you can
capture
hear it
card. I
through
may have
YouTube.
grabbed the wrong one. Hang on. Bear with me a second. I just noticed it. I just noticed
Yeah,
it.
it's audible on YouTube.
I'm going to put that USB 3 back in there.
All right, well, I guess that's far enough. That's the place if somebody wants to go specifically see that piece. All right, I've stopped that playing so you can reset back. Great, so that was 2 hours, 32 minutes. 33 if you want to round off. And oh, I know a question I have for Jim. I think this comment came up on Ken's show about from Tim about the BIOS updating.
Yeah.
And he was thinking that the update was happening before you installed Windows, and he said, no, that wasn't the case. I'm wondering if you've even tried this. If you install Windows, before the BIOS update, install the Windows updates, and then do what's the extra updates called? Not supplemental, optional updates.
Okay.
Would have you checked to see if a BIOS update will show up as an optional update rather than you having to go do it yourself?
No, and I don't think that will ever happen.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because I don't think that HP and Dell submit BIOS updates to Microsoft for Windows Update.
All right.
To the best of my knowledge, I could be wrong, but to the best of my knowledge, if you're building something from scratch with an individual board from Gigabyte, Asus, whatever the heck, they don't submit those to Windows Update.
All right. Well, I wonder if it's possible that used to be commonplace, and is that ever going to change? Has it already changed, and people don't realize it because they haven't tried?
I've not seen it. Like, if you have an OEM machine, the OEMs tend to submit BIOS updates through Windows Update.
But that wasn't always true.
No, it wasn't always true. That's correct.
So that's what I'm saying. It wasn't always true for the OEMs.
Right.
Now they do it. Is it possible that the motherboard manufacturers might be doing it now, or maybe will be doing it? Is it possible that Microsoft has gotten better about making it easier for them to do it? That seems unlikely, but
yeah, I would say my gut tells me no, that's not going to happen.
All right. If anybody wants to test that, I'd sure like to hear somebody test it and come up with an confirmation. But then also you got the scenario of your mileage may vary. So somebody might test it and find that it works or doesn't work with a certain motherboard. That doesn't mean the same is true for all motherboard manufacturers.
Right.
So, but the people who build custom computers, such as yourself, it's kind of a nothing burger for you to do that BIOS update anyway, right?
It's not like the 90s and early 2000s where if you actually got the wrong file, you can wind up bricking the board. That doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah. All right, this will be my last check with chat, and we'll put this to bed. Let's see, gotta hit the button to bring it up. Find my last highlight. There it is. So we've got Jim's plug. Wrong cable, did that. We can hear it. I think we're done. shameless plug number 2. What's the shameless plug number 2, Ken?
It's just about.
Geez, what could it be?
I have an auto redirect to my Fortnite, and I didn't see that you had your evening show programmed at that time. Do you have your evening show programmed?
No, I do not.
See there? I can that didn't work for a shameless plug. So
Now, can you send people from your Fortnite channel over to my stream as well?
no, because my Fortnite channel isn't large enough to have that feature enabled.
Right.
We have to have
Okay.
1,000 subscribers, and I think maybe some other criteria. But
Yeah, now that
definitely
you
1,000.
mentioned that I remember.
Yeah. Dennis is capable of doing that, but you have to authorize his channel, to be able to forward it, unless you've configured your channel to allow anyone to forward to your channel. Let's get, you got a puzzled look on your face, so I'll go see if I can confirm what I am saying is truthful. So the way I'll do that is bring up my YouTube studio. And then I think that is in settings, channel, not feature availability. Maybe it's advanced settings. Manage clips. I know I can forward to your channel, so somehow I'm authorized to do that. Upload defaults. It could be in customization. Yeah, it could be in either customization or settings. Branding, basic info. Feature selection. No. No. No.
I didn't see it in settings or customization, either one, but I don't exactly know what I'm looking for either. Permissions?
That might be.
No. Oh yeah, it says add or change permissions for this channel. These they won't apply to some channel features. Learn more. There's nothing in there.
Nah, I don't think that's it.
Settings. Community. It's not going to be in community, I don't think. Approved users, hidden live redirects. It's under users, it looks like. Maybe. No. Under community, and then you scroll down to live redirects. All it says is channels I subscribe to can redirect to my content or redirect my content.
All right, I'll get over there in a minute. Intermediate features. These are not any settings.
Oh, yeah.
So-
and then it does. Yes. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. It does say specific channels who can redirect to my content.
So, oh yeah, here. So live redirects. If you have this check mark, all channels can redirect to my content. If you don't have this check mark, then it's only these specific channels. So I used to, by default, this is not selected, I think. So you start out by specifying channels that can redirect to you. But if you put this check mark, that means anybody could redirect to you. And I figured, why not? So I've got it set for all channels can redirect to my content. So is that check mark available for you, Ken, or is that only when you reach a certain level?
Can I share my screen?
Yeah.
Greg's
Okay.
not here. It could be Da Vinci, right?
You're right.
That was a joke.
It'll take me a minute to get that configured, so hold on. I got a blank screen. You're seeing a blank screen right now, everybody. Chill out. Relax.
Now, the blank screen, is that Doug or me? We do not know.
And then if I go back to Zoom meetings, so now I'm showing you a shared screen. Yeah, so you do have the checkbox available for all channels can redirect to my content. Are you able to click it?
Sure.
Yeah. So that would mean if you leave that check mark there, then that means Dennis could redirect to you. he would
All
have
right.
to he would have to search for it in the field for doing the redirects.
Customization.
It won't
Now, do
pop
I have to?
up automatically.
Do I need to add him back here under specific channels, or will this cover it right here?
That'll cover it right there. But I think if you add him as a specific channel, then it might show up on his panel without him having to search for your show.
Okay,
Comprende?
I got it. Yeah, I'll add him after the show.
Okay. I'm coming back to, let's see,
I'll
if you'll,
stop my screen
if you'll
share.
stop sharing your screen.
Yep.
And then that means I can program this back to the right thing on Zoom. Jumping back and forth all over the place. Can't this guy make up his mind? All right. Let's see. So I don't think I actually finished the last thing on chat that I said I was going to. Dennis says I will be using my normal Fortnite account later on. That's for brand names, wherever I was at that time. ASUS provides BIOS updates through Windows Update, but only for ASUS pre-builds. Okay. Have a good weekend. Oh, I woke him up. I woke Dennis up by saying his name, I guess. Great stream. See you guys next time. Interesting stream. I currently cannot redirect to Ken. Bye all. Have a good weekend. Should be available for all. I changed my settings so that all channels can redirect to my content. So Dennis has done that change. So I'm going to give a last show of the Zoom. Folks, if you would say goodbye to the audience for me, please.
Good night, John Boy.
Goodbye to the audience, please.
Did we get Alex? Oh, yeah. Is Alex?
I'm here.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Josh and Chris? They're
Yeah.
playing hooky. They're gone. All right. Shutting down Zoom.
Thanks, Doug.
Thank you,
Have a
guys.
good day.
All right,
Bye.
you too. Bye. All right. Then bring up the email address. If you want to send me a question that I can respond to on one of the shows, Windows Daily or Monday through Friday, and the Saturday show is what you just watched. You can also make a comment on any video, and you can put a question into chat on any video, and there's plenty of people around here that can help you if I don't see your chat message before they respond to it. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope that was useful. Have a great day. Goodbye.